Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It Over Cocktails with Carly. I am your host, Miss Carly Baby. Tonight we have Aire, aka Football Bae. You don't want to miss this. Arie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You look so pretty.
Thank you.
You look like an angel.
Okay, I'll take it. 99% angel.
Yeah, okay, right. Just a little. Wait, how much? That 1%.
You know the little demon emoji?
Yes, that's
With the little ears.
So you are from Detroit.
Yes, Detroit.
And you are in Atlanta, as you always come to Atlanta. Okay, so you like Atlanta.
I love it.
You want to move to Atlanta?
I do.
When you want to move to Atlanta, friend?
As soon as possible.
What part of Atlanta would you move to?
I normally stay out in like the suburbs.
Yes, come to the burbs, boo, because it's beautiful in the burbs.
I want to be able to travel into the city.
Yes,
and then also go back home.
That's exactly what I say. Like, I'm like, okay, I like living in the burbs and then driving to the city and then driving away from the BS when it's time, because I feel for some of my friends that live in the city and they are like pipes busting when it gets too cold. Oh yeah, the December, like their Christmas was a little destroyed this last Christmas. Yeah, like pipes were busting because it was so cold here.
Okay.
I was in LA, so I'm looking at this on the phone and I'm like, damn, I'm looking at ATL Scoop and I'm like, damn, this sucks. Like everything's all busted and all that, so it was terrible. But anyway.
I don't mean to be chiming in this early, Carly.
Oh, well, welcome to the show, Trav. In the
but
back.
I feel like she talking about the burbs. I feel like she talking about Gwinnett County for some reason.
No, it's not even Gwinnett.
Gosh,
Thank you very much.
That's what people usually.
Thank you very much.
For some reason, people usually target Gwinnett because it's like that new area.
Oh, is it
know
because it's new looking?
And they say the schools are. It's like the best school system, you know what I'm saying, around here, but
we're in the city.
Yeah, so you're not talking about Gwinnett. Okay, cool. So you done been around a little bit. You done did a little exploring.
Yeah, I done been all over.
Yes, she's Football Bae.
Football Bae.
She's Football Bae.
Football Bae.
So where did you get this name?
So it's kind of a long story. Somebody actually just started calling me like jokingly, like, "Oh, you love football? You love Football Bae?"
Oh, that's
cute.
And
it joked, and it kind of stuck.
That's kind of like how I was like Football Boo.
Yeah, you gave me a new one. I'm gonna change it. Football Bae, Football
I'm like, come on, Football Boo.
I answer to all of it. That's now my new name.
I love it. I'm gonna program you in my phone as Football Boo.
A lot of people do.
Okay, so living in Detroit, looking to move to Atlanta, but you come to Atlanta. So what frequents you to Atlanta?
I love it down here.
You like the culture?
I do.
Do you think it's like Chocolate City?
It's something about it. Like when I land, my soul just gets happy.
Your soul be like, yes, turn up.
Not even really turn up. I'm not a turn up girl. But it's something different about the culture here than in like Detroit. It's more of a welcoming environment.
Okay, so that's Southern hospitality.
Yes.
Okay, okay, yes. I do. I can understand what you're saying about that.
Have you been to Detroit?
No.
You gotta come.
I would love to.
Come visit.
I would love to. I want to see how Detroit is. I do go to like the DMV every single month.
Okay.
And so I do like the DMV. I know that's not Detroit, but I am definitely willing to like travel and see what it's like. So how is it?
So I'm born and raised. I grew up in Detroit. I don't live in Detroit right now, but my parents still live in the city, so I'm always still in Detroit.
Yeah.
It's different.
Okay.
From growing up to now, it's been a big change. I remember like as a kid, not really wanting to go out downtown and things like that. But they made it where it's more of a safer environment.
Oh, nice. Gentrified, perhaps?
Definitely.
They're doing that a little. That's the thing to do.
Definitely. Got to air quote it.
Right, exactly.
But it's a good thing for the city because it gives us positive things to look forward to. All our sports arenas and stadiums are all in the downtown Detroit area.
Yes.
So before, like, the Pistons were playing in Auburn Hills.
Okay.
And people were willing to drive out to Auburn Hills,
right.
which is like 45 minutes from the city.
Wow.
But now people are actually coming into the city for those games and those events. And so it's a good progression, I would say.
Very interesting. So let's talk about this Football Bae. So did you ever play like football, like women's football?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so what made it? That's a legitimate question because
I am so unathletic, it makes no sense.
So one of my girlfriends played women's arena football. And I was like, I don't know how you do it. But it was I just feel like football is a little aggressive for me. So to me, and it's a man sport. I'm just gonna say it, ladies. Don't but it's a man sport to me. Like I'm not doing all that. Okay, like I can't even run too fast.
That's what I'm saying. I'm very unathletic.
Right.
No, it's not anything.
Right.
No, I don't play at all.
So what made you? So you have an affinity for football.
Yes.
Okay. So what brought you to the whole affinity of loving football, besides all them tight pants and masculinity? It was like just dripping. But anyway, what brought you to loving football?
That's how it started. I'm a girl, so when I was in high school, the Detroit Lions had came to our school to practice on our field for whatever reason, and I saw the players out there, and I was like, oh. I was young.
Did you do the backwards roll too?
It was all of that. It was
yes.
Like, and from there, I started going to games, and I actually fell in love with the sport. So initially, it was the players, but now I love the sport as a whole.
So you understand it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh.
I'm one of those girls.
You want to come to a game with me?
I would love to, because I do want to understand. Because I met like a new friend, and he's like a football coach.
Okay.
I have to tell you about that later.
Oh. Okay.
And so he's a football coach, and so I was like, wow, like I guess I have to understand football to be able to. And I think it's a little barbaric. And I watched the movie Concussion.
Oh God.
But I just really feel like I want to understand it. So yes, we'll have to go.
Yeah. I'll come back down here and we can go to a Falcons game.
You're going to be here all the time, but I'm definitely going to go the next time you're here, okay?
Definitely.
Okay. Pinky swear.
I promise.
Boom, it's official. Shout out to Kim in the back, okay? We love Kim in the back because got a beat from Kim and she could do no. So we're going to break into some of our questions or whatnot, but so this is our little icebreaker. Okay. I made you an icebreaker, okay? I actually put together a whole nice little segment because we had a really nice chummy girlfriend talk, okay? So y'all have to excuse my voice. I was singing Beyonce Resentment on my way here. Oh my God, I love it. And it takes every vocal opportunity that you have in life to belch out that song, okay?
Can you sing?
Sometimes.
Sing a little bit, come on.
Sometimes.
That's not even a song.
That's not even a song.
I thought that was the Resentment song.
No, definitely not today, friend. I'll sing to you when we're on the way to the Falcons game next time. Okay. All right. All right. So what is your most annoying phrase in today's like Black culture?
I think the phrase like when guys say "what you on," it stresses me out.
What you on?
Yes, that stresses me out.
Like, what does that mean?
That's why it stresses me out.
I'm on my bullshit. I don't.
Like they'll text you like "what you on," or "what we on," or I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That's why it stresses me out. It's kind of along the line of like, are we linking? What are we doing when we link?
Oh no, you gotta make a plan with me.
And I don't know what that means, so it stresses me out.
So how do you respond to that?
I normally don't.
Oh, period. Red. You're left on red.
Oh yeah, I leave a lot of people on red.
Because I don't understand like what are we on? Like I was supposed to go out with a guy, and I said, okay, let me know if you want to do dinner, cocktails, or whichever way we're connecting. And so he was confused with it a little bit. And he was like, so what do you mean? I really just wanted to chill at the house. Well, definitely not doing that.
Oh no.
But I just kind of felt like we're connecting. I'm putting it back in your your field so that you can tell me what we're doing.
I think it's kind of also setting it like, so are we chilling? Are we linking? Are we doing more? It's kind of what are we doing?
I'm available.
Plan something.
And you can plan something.
Make a date.
Or if you like, I can plan something. But I want to live in my feminine energy so that you can plan something, and then we can dance a little with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's all. We gonna get all the way, girl. We're gonna get to that. Okay. Okay. So at this point in life, friends with benefits or no?
I'm gonna go with a maybe.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe.
So it depends on the vibe.
It depends on the vibe and what you're trying to accomplish.
Okay.
So if you're just dating, then of course you don't want to just be sleeping with anybody. So you
have
friends with benefits where you can just stay in that lane. But casually just...
I thought about that. Can we talk about that for a second? So I was actually talking to Trav about that earlier, and I was like, So when you're dating somebody, is it the space of like, and you want some sexual healing, for lack of a better, like, and you don't want to jump in bed with this person or anybody and everybody for that matter, like, when you're dating with intention, in your opinion, you tell me, when you're dating with intention, like, do you feel bad, like, having somebody on the side that you're giving yourself, you're intimate with or in a space with? Or do you just say, once I meet my person, then I'll say, okay, I'm done with this, and then I can move forward and be in an honest situation?
I think, like, when you first meet somebody, you can tell if that's somebody that you would want to build more with. You kind of already put somebody in the category, whether it's just sex, a hookup, you'll never see him again in life. So you kind of already know. So if you meet somebody and you're like, oh, I really like him, I want to build with him. For me, the other person kind of wouldn't be relevant at that point.
I agree. So I thought I met somebody.
Thought.
It was a thought, as in an afterthought, as in it's going to be a no. That I'm like, oh, wow. Like, okay.
Okay.
All right.
But?
But then he started opening his mouth.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And he started just having diarrhea at the mouth. And I was just like, oh, no. You are just not somebody that I feel that I would even want to, like, be in that space with. And it really sucks because people in, like, Trav said, what'd you say, Trav? What'd you say? What did you, it's always 0 to 7,000.
I don't remember.
You said he did what? He talked himself out of.
Oh, he talked himself out of the box. Yeah.
That happens a lot.
He talked himself out some coochies. Like,
we understood.
You killed yourself, bro.
We got, all right. Thank you very much, Trav. In the back. And so, not to say that I was going there with him, but like to your point, you just never know where it's going to go.
Right.
And somebody will talk themselves right, like, I mean, they will jump full throttle into, you will never, like, see me in an intimate space ever. And so it's quite interesting, but we'll get more to that a little later. So dating, so what do you think about this statement? So dating is a hope with a pipe dream.
That's true.
So, okay, let's talk about it.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Me too, friend.
Like, I'm the person, like, I've never seen a lot of movies, like the black movies, because I was watching all the little lovey-dovey.
Aww.
Can you guess my favorite movie?
Love Actually.
No.
What?
Titanic.
Me too. I love that movie.
I was fit to say The Notebook.
Really?
Hey, that's close. That's definitely a close one.
I love the Titanic.
Titanic's been my favorite movie since I was like 7.
I think it's an absolutely, well, I'm not going to tell you when it's been mine. But it is such a beautiful love story that she didn't choose the guy that everybody would think. And I think this is really relative to today and the dating scope that we have. Just because a guy has money doesn't mean that we're choosing you. Okay? Just going to say it right now. Just because you have money does not mean we're choosing you. There's so many more attributes and characteristics that go into assuming my heart. Now, if you want to be a trick and you just want to throw money, listen, I'm going to let you know.
That's when we insert our cash app.
That's Cocktails of Carly _ Okay. So I'm just like, you're going to know what it is. Right. I'm going to tell you, I don't want anything with you. You understand this. There's not going to be any confusion. I'm not in the game and in the business of trickery and deceit. I'm not a magician. So I will let you know, like, okay, if you want to be generous to me, that is something that you'll be generous with, but I don't want a relationship with you. And so at that point, if that person decides to ping the Cash App or whatever, then I appreciate it. But as I'm receiving, you understand.
No strings involved.
No strings are here, okay? But again, it all is communication.
Yeah.
On both sides, both men and women. Like, ladies, okay, don't go and accept gifts from men that you don't want to be with. And there's like this sort of, confusion to them now being not knowing.
For them thinking delusionally that they are your man.
Oh, because they took you to dinner and they may have bought you a gift. And they're like, oh, you belong to me.
Oh.
Kim's like in the back going. So yeah, I understand that. And I think that men need to understand that money does not constitute territory.
Correct.
Money does not classify territory. It is a gift. Just like let's just kind of bring it to layman's terms. I'm sure some of you men have babies out there.
Based on whose assumption?
So if you have a baby mama and you're giving gifts to the child, you're paying child support in cash, legally, those are gifts. It is what it is. So it's the same way. If you are giving a gift and you just don't know what's on the receiving end of that and it has not been communicated, then it is a gift. And you just have to chalk it up. Just like you chalked up them Jordans, some $300 Jordans you bought for.
I can't argue with you on that. Yeah. If I give my baby mama some money, what she do with it is what she do with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you can't come back and say, and Trav, you're very generous. Yeah. So you can't come back and say, well, I gave you $600 last week for, my son or whatever, and say that's it. Because then she could say, well, technically, you didn't give me anything. Technically, I'm not your girl. I mean, right? Can I get an amen in the back?
No,
somebody.
You can't get
an
amen.
Amen in the back.
I can't give you no
He said, no, I'm not giving you an amen.
I gave you $600 last week. I need to see some shoes on my son's feet or something, some new shoes or something.
I would agree with that. I never put my daughter's
my son
father.
got dreadlocks, so I need to see a fresh twist.
I know that's right. Well, we gotta reach out to Miss Iverson.
Yeah.
We gotta send.
Yeah, she's a little too expensive for my twisted.
We can work on that. We got the friends and family discount. Come on now. She's the one I was telling you about. Okay. So, all right. So, if you met a guy and he said that he had a twin brother, would you wonder if you got the better looking twin?
Are they they're fraternal? They don't look alike?
We don't know.
Ooh.
And what if they are twins? What if they are identical? But even though they're identical, they may look like each other, but you may have
a different personality, maybe.
Right? Or if you see the guy that you like and you're like, "Oh, he's cute," and then you see his twin brother, and his twin brother is like Idris Elba, and you're like, "I got the ugly twin."
I feel like at that point you got to walk away from both.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
you can't go mess with the brother if you were already
Oh no, you can't mess with the brother.
Yeah.
But what if you meet him and you're like, wow, you meet this person thinking they're one of one, and then there's actually one of two.
But then you see the other one and you're attracted to the other one.
Yes.
See, I'm a flirt. I wouldn't be able to.
Like both of y'all got to get up out of here.
Yeah, I couldn't do it either one. I'm a flirt, so I would still. You can't really turn off the attraction. If you're attracted to somebody,
you can't.
It's gonna come across.
Not unless their personality sucks. If the other one, the one that you chose, has a better personality, then you could be like, okay.
Maybe.
Your brother got a six pack, you got a little bit of a keg, but you got a better personality.
Yeah. I don't know. I probably would just walk away from both.
Trav?
Yes.
What would you do?
He's taking them both.
No, I had a question. I was just about to ask her about personality. I was about to ask her about personality.
Your energy,
so do you prefer a person's character over their appearance? Like what obviously when you see a person you're physically attracted to them, but once you get to know that person and their character just ain't really what you like, would you still deal with them just because they're attractive?
Absolutely not. No.
Me neither.
So character is more important than personality. Not than personality than attraction.
Yeah.
But physical appearance.
But you can still be attracted to them. When you first meet somebody, all you see is what they look like.
Right.
Exactly.
How they carry themselves. And you can kind of tell a little bit about a person based off of how they carry themselves, maybe their swag, how they're treating other people.
Right.
So you kind of get a little bit of an insight to who they are when you first meet them.
Gotcha.
But then remember, it's like my situation, where then all of a sudden that character starts kicking in, and I'm like,
the word is women aren't supposed to care about attraction, though. Men are the ones, and that's the word. You know what I'm saying?
Who said that?
Women aren't really supposed to be leading as far as dating with who they're attracted to. So they're supposed to consider all the other characteristics that a man may have.
No, that's a woman that probably wants to give somebody with some money.
Men,
they don't care what they look like.
Look, men are the ones that they're gonna base pretty much everything off of how you look.
That's not true at all.
First of all, first.
Well, that's initial for everybody.
And then once they learn you, then they figure out how they gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's
also, I mean, when a man see you, that's really,
Well, that's for both. That's for us. That's for everybody. So that's like a blanket.
But they say that ain't right though. The manosphere said. Kevin Samuel said.
I don't know who that is. Well, rest in peace, Kevin. All right, where that finesse brother at?
They look like
You gonna take hey finesse.
Well, nah, you should be attracted to whoever your partner is or whoever you.
But you should
deal with.
also.
You
But
definitely
everybody
attracted
blanket
to.
statement is going to be you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
True. And some people like unattractive people.
Right. Some people are like, I don't care. I just want to blindly date. Good for them, because I got to be able to be attracted to you.
I feel like there's something funny about that. I feel like if a person is dating someone that's unattractive, they're doing that shit because they feel like ain't nobody gonna want him or her.
Or maybe it's a perk that they're getting out of it. So
it could be that too, though. It could be a perk, but it's still though. I ain't worried about them. They can do what they do.
You never know though. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So
it is.
Me and her, we might not have the same type. Like if she described her physical type, my physical type, it's not gonna be the same. And I might be like, ugh.
But ugly is ugly.
oh, well, damn. I mean, that
Hey,
I
we
can't
all
lie
know
with
this.
that.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
that is true. Okay,
We all
I'm gonna be
know
honest. Ugly
if
is ugly.
somebody is not that attractive physically.
What is
pretty
the most
much everybody gonna feel the same
unattractive
way.
physical feature for a woman, Trav?
The most unattractive physical feature. I'm not gonna say feet.
How
I
did
thought
you-
about
oh,
that
he did?
first,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
She's trying to whisper.
I'm sorry,
like,
I
"Mic
got
on."
mic'd up. It's the cocktail that's popping. Okay.
Probably for me it's legs. You know
So
what
you
I'm
don't like
saying?
unattractive
You've
legs.
seen unattractive legs.
Yeah, I done seen them tree trunks. You know what I'm saying? With them broken veins everywhere.
Okay,
You
enough.
know, not just one or two. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a little cellulite, but I'm talking about them tree. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna send y'all a picture.
You
Don't
know what
send it.
though? The craziest thing is, so I post
Y'all know
pictures
what I'm
online, and guys go crazy over my legs, and I don't understand it. It's like they be like, "Oh, your calves are so, your leg is so." I be like, "What are y'all talking about?"
They have, but it's a fetish.
What are we
But
talking
legs
about?
are men these days, in my opinion, like curvy women.
Yeah.
Like if I were a guy, I would like a curvy woman. I wouldn't
Okay.
want, and I mean, this is no disrespect to the smaller women, because I still aspire to have, little slim areas. Okay. I like being curvy, but like, I mean, I can understand why a man would want more curvy. It's more, you want something to grab on. You're more voluptuous. It's fun.
Okay.
Right, Trav?
Yes.
That sounded like it was just,
Well,
God damn it, yeah.
I like a thick woman though. You know, a little more curvy.
Yeah.
But I mean, at certain times, slimmer women are fun. It is what it is.
That's interesting.
You know, depending on what you got going on.
Well, interesting. We'll get back into that, but I'm going to shift gears just a little bit.
Okay.
So you travel a lot.
I do.
I travel a lot.
Okay.
Kimmy, you travel a lot? Yes. All right. Look, yes, bitch. I'm in this now, right? We're going to mic her up next time.
That's what I said.
So let's talk about travel etiquette.
Okay.
The most annoying thing to me is I usually will fly first or Comfort because of my status, and I pay all my bills with my American Express. So I do get to have,
me too, girl.
yay, priorities. Y'all better get some. So we get to have that status, right? What bothers me the most is, okay, the people that board first, and when you go to sit in your seat, you don't have cubby, place for your things in your cubby. I'm a Delta girl, woo woo. And so what pisses me off the most is that is an elite traveling experience with Delta. Is it fair to say?
It's definitely better than others.
Okay, that's fair, okay? What bothers me the most is when I get ready to get on the plane with my carry-on, because I never check a bag, is I go in and I say, if I am, 12, Comfort, if I'm in 12A, and there's already 3 bags here, and I'm one of those seats, why is my bag, why don't I have a space for my bag? I have literally gotten into it, like probably almost on a no-fly list, with people that are in seat 44B deciding to board early because they need a little more time, and putting their stuff in my cubby. And it bothers me the most because that is a $700 on a dollar ticket, depending on where you're going.
Right.
I'm paying for that cubby. I'm paying for the convenience, right?
So you're the person that's yelling.
I'm the person that's like, who motherfucking bag?
Like we
It's in
learned.
my motherfucking purse. Like, so yeah, I'm that person that's like, and so I put it on my Instagram one time, and I, in my story, and you would never believe how many people were like, I'm that person, or I'm that person. Friend, no.
But let me explain.
Okay.
I can explain. Mine isn't even really, my bag just gets thrown wherever. Coming here for just this trip, they had to check my bag because I was the last person.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'm always, if I'm not running through the airport, it's not a flight. Like, I am late. It doesn't even count as a flight if I'm not running through the airport.
Okay, you're risky. I thought I was risky. You're risky business.
No.
I get in like 40 minutes before my flight.
Oh, that's...
And I'm TSA.
40 minutes before is like, we literally were crossing through TSA and they were already boarding.
Oh, that's anxiety.
And she had to stop at the Sky Club. We had to stop at the
why?
Delta Sky Club because she wanted her wine. So we did that. And then I went to get a snack because I get sick on the plane if I don't eat. So I went to get a snack. And then she went through the gate and they're calling my name because they're going to leave me.
They're calling you at this point.
Yeah. And so then at that point they said, oh, we're just going to check your bag. So they took my bag. So normally I just end up tossing my bag wherever.
You guys, that just gave me, I got to sip.
And you want to hear the worst part?
What?
So, I travel for all these games. I literally am like flying in and out on game days. So I'm running through the airport on game days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's a mess.
I want to see this when she gets my age, if she gonna be doing this. Because, honey, I'll be like, listen, 40 minutes is enough.
I've never made it that early.
What?
And now I've gotten to when I learned that they will just reschedule me for another time, I don't even worry about it at all now. So I get there when I get there.
Delta, don't look at this. Don't look at this show, this part right here, Delta.
No, Atlanta's airport is a mess.
Yes, it is.
So getting in the line for Clear, have you ever been in the
I had Clear
line
before.
here?
Yeah.
I could have gotten general boarding.
Right.
Because I've missed flights.
So with Clear, because I have TSA and I have Clear.
Okay.
And so sometimes I'll go depending on like how I'm feeling and what airport. So like I like to fly out of like DCA when I go to DC.
Okay.
It's very easy. I don't even care to go through TSA because it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
And so, but sometimes I want to take all my shit out. But I will tell you this. That Clear line.
You got the trick. Please tell me the trick because I miss flights leaving
No,
here.
I'll just go on the other side and I'll just walk through. But if you're with first class, you don't even have to worry. They have a different space that you walk into.
Yeah, I don't fly first class.
Girl. So, I have my moments where I'm just like, listen.
Bad and bougie over here.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm definitely going to do the first class. So imagine booking a first class ticket and you don't have a cubby. Baby, listen, stop doing that. Stop doing that. I'm saying it right now from here on out. If you're in 44D, put your stuff in 44D. Period. Done. Okay?
Like she's laughing because this is her. This was just her.
Are you Kimmy or is this you?
We just toss them bags up there wherever there's an opening because
I'm
late.
okay with that after.
I'm late.
When I sit down and my stuff is up there, y'all could go ahead and put it wherever y'all want. Whatever your heart desires. Okay? But if I'm still boarding and I haven't even sat there yet, put it in somebody else's shit. I'm going to have to send y'all my itinerary so y'all don't put your stuff in my damn...
We need to know where you're sitting at all times.
It wears me out. Because I travel so much and I have my stuff. I'm a professional packer. So I put all my stuff. I got all my stuff. I got just enough to get on without saying, miss, you need to check. Yeah. So anyway, travel etiquette. Another travel etiquette friend. She said, damn, is this about to be me again?
Probably. Look, let's see.
If you sick, don't travel. Period.
Oh, no.
Okay, because I'm one of those. I still wear my mask when I'm on the airplane.
Do you?
Only when I'm on the airplane.
It's too hot.
Nope, because if you start coughing, I'm mad. Because I'm like, what you coughing for?
Oh, no, it's too hot for me.
And so I'm putting my mask on and I'm turning my Aire on all the way. So I get I'm good, right? They're going to be looking at the show like, God damn. But when people get on planes, they be really coughing up stuff. And this is recycled air, right, Jack Pack? This is recycled air. So, I'm coughing and I'm just open breathing.
So we need to get you a private jet. We gotta
one of the ball players. Can we manifest that?
Manifest.
When I go to the Hawks game, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know. After that, I'll be flying private, bitch.
Take your friends with you.
I'm very generous to my friends. So let's talk about dating.
Oh Lord.
Trav, you are just back in time to talk about dating. So we're going to jump into online dating, okay? Because this is a thing, okay? It's not looked at upon negative or frowned upon nowadays because people do it so openly and so freely.
Yeah.
And it's easy, like if you're in the bed and you're kind of like in your hermit space, you could just kind of date, right? Or if you're at the store, you could date, right? It's everywhere. You don't have to go to a club to meet somebody. Mm-hmm. Have you ever tried online dating?
Yes.
Okay, so what are some of your preferred, not this to say that you are this connoisseur, but what are your preferred dating apps that you've tried at the very least?
So the only ones I really tried, I tried Hinge, I tried Bumble,
okay,
and I tried BLK.
What is BLK?
Don't even worry about it. Don't ever, do not ever, ever, ever use that app. When I tell you every person on there was like, they were like, yeah, I just got out of prison for doing 12 years for murder. Or the other guy, he wanted me to come meet him at the halfway house. Or it was people that were in jail. No.
So BLK.
I don't know.
So don't do that one, guys. Sorry, you lost it.
No,
sorry,
no BLK.
I disagree for the fellas.
So
you've been on it.
Yes.
It's different for it is. That's a very true point.
Because it's us.
We're on there, so we know that it's you can find us on there if you want on date.
I feel like y'all do have some bad options though, like on all dating apps. Especially a lot of the shit you showed me, Cardi. I'd be like, oh wow.
I met this guy at this event. He worked for a dating app. Like he was like the person that made the app, and he was saying that the people that we actually want to date are not on dating apps. So he said people that you actually want to meet who are actually successful, approachable, have good personalities, and aren't crazy are not on dating sites.
Wow.
I disagree with that. The reason I say that is some people are on dating sites because of the convenience, because they are busy. So and they can be working and swiping. Like I could be or however y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? But I could be at work and I could be dating or virtually dating. Trying to find something, you feel me? Let me see if I'm gonna get that match.
See, that sounds like BLK.
And it's also giving Tinder. That's giving Tinder. That's why I didn't like Bumble. Bumble has it where you have to actually, the women have to initiate.
Pursue,
so you have to be the person that swipes right on the person first. And then guys have the option to respond back. And when I would swipe right, every person I swipe right on would swipe right on me. And it really wasn't they were interested, but because I swiped on them.
They're like, well, it was another option.
Hey.
Hinge is actually the one though. That's the winner.
I like Hinge.
So I started online dating just a couple weeks ago, right? Like about a month or so. Okay. About a month. And so I don't have notifications on or anything. I just go on there at my own leisure to see what it is. And I will tell you, we talked about this, 99% of the guys, so I'm on Hinge. 99% of the men that I've seen on Hinge are no's, okay? And some people may be like, oh, why are you online dating? You know, you can, listen, I don't be out in the streets, okay? Like, I love to exfoliate and relax and have lavender, like, fucking diffusers, okay? So I would rather date like that sometimes.
Okay.
And I don't, or if I meet somebody out, that's different. But anyway, so I'm not I'm looking at these guys and I'm like.
It's the profile pictures. Somebody needs to teach guys
how to take pictures.
Because they be like,
yeah, or they be like this.
They take the ones in
the mirror. And you're like, why do you have that fucking stupid ass pink or red phone case? Like, is that enough? What is that phone? So it's like I'm focused and then I'm looking at all the stuff on the mirror. Okay, and then all the stuff you have
in the background.
Then the background. Then I'm like, is your house updated? Where are you? Are you in a basement?
And then you just swipe left at that point.
Right.
After all of
that. And then
women complain about men that have good pictures. Y'all be like, oh no, that's too good of a picture. Something wrong with him.
Now if you got Photoshop pictures, that's one thing because then they got guys that use filters.
It's a filter on everything.
So guys on online dating, they are using filters.
They are. Okay? And they're catfishing. I had a guy.
Oh, I had a catfish too.
I wonder if it's the same catfish. I had a catfish here. So
does his name start with a J?
Girl, I'll look it up. I don't remember.
Okay.
I blocked him. So I online date, but I don't online date in Detroit. My location says Atlanta. So
we're gonna get into that in a minute.
So it was this guy I met, and I normally have pretty decent, experiences. But it was this guy, and he would not come out in public to meet with me. So he's like, "Hey, come to my house." Why?
No.
He told me that he was a retired or a disabled veteran, and he's legally blind. And that's why he didn't like going out in public.
So you expect me to come date you on your couch?
Yep, that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
He sent me a location and thought I was going to show up there.
What do I look like? Freddy Krueger's freaking prey? Like, it's not going down.
I reported him to the actual, because you're going to report people. So I reported him on that because I didn't know what that was about.
I think that's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
My catfish wasn't like that.
No.
This guy, I met him. And when he sat down, I'm like, who is this person? Because that guy on this app looks handsome and put together. And this guy had an acid wash jean jacket on. Looked like he was 20 pounds lighter.
It might have been him in an old picture.
Yeah, don't know.
Or
that's
son.
Another thing. Or his son. I thought about that.
It's all possible.
First off, I need you to use your most current photo. Okay.
See, so are you staying on the apps? Because that's the other thing. They say you're not supposed to stay on the apps. You're supposed to use the apps and then get numbers and transition off the apps. So are you just talking to the people on the app?
So I don't talk to very many people at all. Like, this is not a successful experience.
Okay. Well,
she is not swiping right.
No,
I am
clearly.
not. I'm going to X all the time. Like 99.7%, 9% almost are no's. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
I mean, this one guy popped in my inbox and he had a picture just with no shirt on, and he had a freaking tattoo, but it was a spider on his stomach, and his belly button was in the middle. You know, and then there was
white guys?
No, he was black. Okay. So, but I'm not opposed at this point because I love my melanin brothers. Melanated, I love it. But at this point, I feel like I need to open my dating pool to others. Mm-hmm. And I'm willing, you know, I would love to meet a nice Aladdin. Hello, Aladdin.
Okay.
Call me. But I just really I love melanin. I love black men. And I really would love to meet a really nice looking black man with, you know, his whole foundation together. Mm-hmm. Not on the dating site. Like, it's just not working out for me.
What about social media?
So I get people, like, I got this one guy that lived in Qatar, and he
said you wasn't Aladdin? Okay.
He was black.
Oh.
And he was a different Aladdin.
I thought we were getting somewhere. I'm like, okay.
Well, he wanted to fly me out and all these things, and I was just like, I don't think I want my first date to be in Dubai. Like, I think that's beautiful, but can we just do coffee to see if we like each other face to face first? Like, I'm not I was telling Trav, like, let's meet and we can have coffee first.
Right.
Like, or tea. Like, I love tea. So we could do that. But I'm not getting ready to ruin my food, my eating, dining experience sitting across the table from somebody I don't want to ever. And in Dubai at that. Like, no. So online dating is a bust for me. Okay. I just kind of feel like, people don't take people seriously on online dating. Do you feel that way?
I definitely don't. So
yeah.
It's too many options.
You think that's what it is?
Very much so.
Trav, do you take women with online dating seriously?
Of course. Yeah. It is a lot of options though.
Like
she said. There's a lot of options like she just mentioned, but if I meet somebody, I'm gonna take them serious. Why not?
So are you dating with intention?
Facts.
So okay,
most of the time, I'm dating.
You're not being very convincing, but it's okay.
Most of the time, it just depends on
what's the percentage of that.
It depends on how that first date flow though. You know, because I could be dating with intention, and then that intention might
be some bullshit.
Turn into a good time. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how that energy be. That first date will tell it all.
Interesting.
Because I can't be intentional with a person that's not intentional with me. She might just want to smash and go. Okay. You know what I'm saying? She might have.
Are we doing that?
She might have been like, you know, I'm in it for a good time.
So, Trav, are women out here smashing and going?
Facts. Yeah. Might not be y'all, but it's y'all know somebody that's doing that.
You know what? You know how my friends flow. I
guarantee
they do
y'all
shit
know
don't
women
tell
that
me.
are doing that.
And then I'll be like, no way, who's doing that?
And then they talk
They'll
shit
be like, you know which one of your friends. And I'm like, no way. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Huh. Do you think that online dating kind of perpetuates like more one night stands?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say that. You know, maybe. I never thought about that. Does online dating perpetuate more one night stands? I need to think about that one. Maybe.
All right. So favorite. So the no, we're going to say a no on BLK.
No on BLK.
For women. Men, yes. The brothers.
on
Well,
that
yeah,
bullshit.
because
Get you
we're
one.
on these sites, so
Yeah,
of course.
all
There
the
it
brothers,
is.
the jail brothers, the truck drivers, because there's a lot of truck drivers on online dating. Can we talk
The
about
inmates,
that?
the inmates, and
The
I don't
inmates?
even know how they're able to do that now, but they have access to computers, and
Cell phones.
I don't even know what's going on. But
Yeah,
inmates,
really. Cell
I know how they
phones.
get cell phones in, but I didn't know that they are going that far with
they're
computers.
yeah,
Yeah, they got computers in jail. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So definitely, it's enough.
All right. So, what has been your most amazing dating experience?
Ooh.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Don't we love a little positivity on the cocktails with Carly?
Oh Lord. Somebody just recently asked me what was my favorite date. I think that number one, I'm really not like a hard girl to please. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm a very simple girl. So if you plan something and say, "Hey, be ready at this time. This is where we're going," and I just show up and go, I love that. I did have a guy though that actually planned a trip.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I went on a whole little trip, and it was actually really cute. And it's actually my profile picture. Yeah, he was amazing just because of the fact that like he took all my pictures. And
oh, I love that.
I loved it. We had a great time.
Okay.
That was like our first time meeting. He lived in another state. We had been
And
talking.
so you guys said, let's do a destination date.
No, we didn't. He planned it. Like he had a reason to go out of town and asked me, "Hey, are you available?" And coordinated.
So did you? Okay. So do you? Okay. So I've gotten asked for on a lot of different like destination dates. I just feel like I would be, obligated to do something. Do you feel obligated to do something? Did you feel obligated?
So that's a question that a lot of people say about that whole getting flew out and stuff like that. I don't really look at it as getting flew out if it's somebody you've been talking to. It's not a I don't know this person or we haven't been talking.
Right.
We could talk for months or however long every day, get to know a person, and that's just when you guys meet up.
Right.
So it's not. I guess it depends.
I can understand that. So you're already breaking me. You've already broke the ice.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody that's like, oh, I like you. You talk like a couple
and
times.
It just so
and
happens
they're
you
like,
went out of state.
Right.
But if you were going to do coffee.
Yes.
You
may go to, you may just say, let's go to France and get some coffee.
Hey, if that's what your budget allows. I mean,
on a private jet.
Hey.
So what has been your most frustrating dating experience?
The guys in the city.
What city, friend?
I'm from Detroit. It's the guys in Detroit. It's just a different dating culture. A lot of guys aren't serious about dating.
In Detroit.
In Detroit.
Girl, they out here in Atlanta too.
But I really think what it is because I'm from Detroit. So a lot of the guys that are my age, I grew up with them. We went to school together, or my friends know their friends, or somehow or another I can connect myself to any person.
I don't like that. I like to date off the grid.
And it's not even a bad thing. It's just the fact that everybody has the same mentality.
Right.
We all have the same, everybody grew up together. So it's very much.
It's not a new experience.
No. But then I come down here or wherever else, and it's different. I've never experienced your ways, your mannerisms, things like that.
You think it's the Southern hospitality?
That gets me every time.
Oh, honey, it's them Southern brothers. It's the Southern brothers.
They say like once you start dating outside the city, you'd never go back.
So I thought about that, and I gotta dip myself deeper into the whole dating. I just be so focused on all this other stuff, and then if I find somebody, I'm like stuck on that person. I dated somebody for a while, and it just didn't work out, and I'm like, okay, I just don't have no patience for that stupid shit.
Well, that's when you just cut them off and go to the next person.
But then I feel like I need to take a break. Because then I'm like, I need to take a break because I like to date with intention.
Yeah.
And so when you're dating with intention and then the other person's on that bullshit, you're kind of like, okay, I need to take a moment because I just feel like I need to get over this situation and then recoup. Because if I don't, what I'm going to do is take that same energy to the new person.
True.
So, I don't know. So, do you feel like, this was my next question. Do you feel like there's a big difference between dating in Atlanta and dating in Detroit? So you kind of answered that a little bit.
Yeah. It's different. It's definitely different. The intention side of it. A lot of guys, they will hit you with the, what we on, what we doing? You want to link? Come over and chill. Stuff like that.
Percentage-wise, how many guys do that?
A lot.
Really?
It's a high percentage.
I really feel like I can't believe that guys are still doing this when Instagram shows you that women like to be catered to and like to do dinners.
But they don't have to though. That's where the problem goes back. That goes back to like the accessibility. You don't have to do all of that, and that's where it's a struggle for me because guys are used to girls that are like, oh yeah, that's fine. You can pull up on me, or we can go here, we can do that. But then when somebody says, I'm like, no, plan a date.
Yeah, I had to tell this one person, I'm like, I'm sorry, did I say, like, can you, I'm available. This is my availability. I'm open to connecting. I'm open to linking. Dinner, cocktails, tea, coffee. You just let me know, or would you like me to plan something?
What date are we talking about, though? Maybe the first
the
three.
First
I can
date.
understand first 3. Maybe we going out somewhere. But once I done had 3 dates with you, you should be able to come over. 3-4 dates, like that's. I mean, I'm gonna tell you now. And if you're not comfortable, but if you're not comfortable with that, then okay, cool. But you should be. We done hung out 3 times.
What's the timeline of this? Are you talking? Because you can do 3 days. I've done 3 dates in a row with the same person.
I mean,
or are you talking
3 days in a row?
Yeah.
My timeline ain't that.
So that's
open,
what I'm saying.
You know
Or
what
are
I'm
you
saying?
doing?
That
Or
might
are you
be
doing
3 weeks?
So you want me to see you once every week
So
for 3 weeks?
we might see
and be comfortable.
We might see each other once a week though. We might.
Okay,
that
but how often
how,
are you talking?
Every day. We're talking every day.
Okay.
But
So you
guys
as far as my schedule and your schedule, it might not. That might allow us to only see each other maybe once a week. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys are cultivating an emotional relationship.
You're still spending time
after
together.
about a month.
Right.
We're gonna say after about a month, you can't come over.
It depends.
I'm fine with that as long as we're cultivating an emotional.
Saturdays.
I don't think it's bad as long as you're cultivating, like we're talking every day, we're sending messages, I'm getting to know you, I'm understanding your patterns, you're understanding me. Like that's very different opposed to seeing each other once a week.
Women in Atlanta, they want to know where you live. Let me see what this nigga say.
Oh, we didn't say we didn't want to know where you live. We still want to know that.
I can kind of tell based off of who you are and the characteristic as if I know how you would potentially live or not.
I more so want to know where you live to know who you live with.
Oh, that makes sense.
I need to know if your girlfriend, baby mama, wife lives with you.
What are you looking for? Pictures, panties?
What
color Crocs they got? They got some pink Crocs. What you doing with them pink Crocs? The little fuzzy Crocs or the platform?
You know what I say?
Hey, I'm
with
actually
the platform on it. You know what I'm saying? What you looking for?
You gotta, it's stuff. You know,
women are crafty.
It's not even that. If you go in a guy's house, you can tell if a girl lives there.
Yep. So I went to this guy's house. It's actually a mutual friend of ours, so we know this person. And I went to his house, but it wasn't on any like sexual stuff or relationship. But I was looking and I'm like, why you got pink air freshener? Why you got women are crafty?
Come on now. That's air freshener.
No.
But it's
why do they have Bath and Body Works? Like when did you go to Bath and Body Works? Why you got these pink candles? These like who
decorated your home? Because I know you didn't do this.
Because you didn't do that. A woman. So women are very crafty. We know how to drop little breadcrumbs and say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure that his air freshener is pink top, so a bitch know, this is some territory up in here, okay? Or like your Lysol is the pink or the purple Lysol. Come on, and dudes don't even realize it. They just be like, oh, this is cool. This is what I got. No big deal. No problem. Really?
It's all signs.
Or flowers. Why you got flowers in your house? You're a whole man.
Guys they're clever though.
Guys are clever, but women are very, very methodical. And they know the breadcrumbs gives it all. Because I'm gonna tell you, one time I was fooling around with this dude. We were dating and I liked him. And he liked me, but he wasn't being 100% honest about wanting to not have a monogamous lifestyle. And so I would always go over and I would be kind of like looking. He had some Caress body wash in so I'm like.
So it was enough to go,
So I was like, no big deal. So I came back again and you got candles. You got a lot of candles. Okay, you burning candles a lot, huh? Okay.
They smell good.
Then one time, so like after time progressed, then one time I saw some pink slippers in the closet. Breadcrumbs. She left breadcrumbs.
I see slippers. Auntie came over. My aunt came over.
No. They were these petite, cute little slippers that we would wear around the house. And I said, bingo. So I'm like, yeah, so what's up with your slippers in the closet? And I'm sure what he did at that time was he would go and pick up little, and clean everything and whatever. But I'm like, I cut it off. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I had a guy tell me that he stayed with roommates.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been dealing with him. I don't do
So
that.
how do you feel about that? A man at your age right now got a roommate.
It wasn't a roommate. It ended up being his whole girl.
No, I'm asking you how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that situation right there? A grown man having a roommate right now.
You're too old to have a roommate.
That's a red flag for you.
Yes.
Carly, same
Yes,
for you. I already know that's a red
it.
flag for you.
That's an absolute
I'm not
red
doing
flag.
that. You got to have your own place. And really, I would prefer my guy to have his own house. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean,
you're too old to be sharing toothpaste with your roommate.
Or bathrooms. or splitting the toilet paper.
Or they got a roommate flow plan. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's great. That should be your office, not your boy spot. Okay?
It's a no.
Yes. So tell me this. Social media versus real life perception and reality. Like, let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. So you're a social influencer. It is what it is. Call it what you want. Okay. Quotes, in quotes, period, semicolon.
Whatever you want to call it.
Exclamation mark.
Mm-hmm. All that.
And so when people meet you and they know that you're Football Bae, or AKA Football Boo, hey boo.
Yeah.
What do they say? What are your experiences?
It was weird at first. It's definitely weird because people notice me at the randomest places. I'm talking the gas station.
the ins and out places. You're trying to hurry up and get in and out.
Yeah. It's different. It's definitely different because for one, I don't think people realize like I'm a real person.
Yeah.
So it's oh my God. And I have a little bit of anxiety when people walk up on me real hard. So they'll walk up and I'm like, and I go into like, okay, hi.
What is this getting ready to be?
Hi, how are you? So it's a little weird. It's definitely weird. I'm getting better with it because as I go to the games and they'll DM me or message me. It's like, hey, are you going to be at the game? I'm going to come looking for you. I hope I find you. Somebody asked me for an autograph.
Maybe it's going to be worth something. We're going to claim that.
Hey, I'll take it. But it's definitely different. But I'm glad that my followers and the people that I've connected with, they do come to me and feel able to approach me because they say like, they'll be like, she's so cool. She's really like she is on social media. So I take a lot of time to actually talk back to the people. So it's not just one-sided, they're watching me, but I actually do interact with them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like, of course we have reality TV. So it's almost like the same type of world where people will want to kind of jump in and think like, okay, let me see who you are. Yeah. Are you really this person that you project? And oftentimes people are not. You know, because of course we could see somebody could be in the middle of Idaho and have this whole like setup and be this whole person and then go to Walmart and work and have like be verified the real way.
Yeah. We're not even gonna go.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I'm not even going there. But it's a really interesting dynamic because I mean I really am. I'm a regular person. Yeah. I literally just started posting pictures and a couple of them went viral and I went with it, but I'm still the same person. I don't even, I'm not really like a code switcher. Yeah. So I'm like this 24/7.
Okay.
I'm a little calmer right now because we're sitting down, so I don't want to be
Well, it's not the turn up time.
Yeah, but
okay, sorry.
But, we both but I'm still the same person. I'm the same person all the time. So I still interact with people.
Yeah, I don't get recognized often, only when I go out. Like if I go to like some sort of functions, like some private functions, I'll be like, I've seen you before. I'm really not sure where I've seen you. Or if I say like, oh, I do cocktails, they're like, or cocktails with Carly, they'll say, I've heard of that, but I'm not really. And so it's really like, you know, it's interesting, but
it's definitely interesting.
It's interesting because when I do have people that may know who I am, they'll like just look.
I had a guy
and I think it's
do
weird.
That. I was at the self-scan with my kid. Me and my kid. And I don't really like that so much because they walk up so hard. And I'm like, I'm with my kid, like, hold on. Yeah, but we were in the line and they were like, hey, like, why's that person staring at you? And I noticed the guy had been staring at me like down another aisle. Oh. And even if he sees this, it's fine because we're fine. Okay. But he ended up coming out to the parking lot. And he was like, hey, you that girl from Instagram. Man, I be following everything you do. You know, keep going or whatever. I'm supporting. I was like, oh, thank you.
Get in the car.
Yeah, it's that. It's very like.
I don't think people realize like how off guard it could feel, and it is, to just be like, oh my God. And you're like, ah.
But now I understand what Cardi and all of them say when they have to go out ready. Because I'm definitely not I never wore pajamas to Walmart, but I'm definitely not wearing them out now.
Yeah, right. Well, you know you can't at this point.
I'm definitely not wearing them out now. Definitely not.
So I wanted to kind of like backtrack. I meant to ask you about this, but when we were talking about dating, but how do you feel about the independent woman phrase? Because we talked about this before, and but I would like to know what your perception is of that.
I hate the phrase.
Yeah.
People make it like it's a positive thing to say, like, oh, she's a strong, independent woman. She's a strong black woman. But I don't like it because that's not what we were meant to be. Right. We were never meant to be strong, independent women. We were never meant to be strong black women. We were meant to receive support and have help. And so that's why I really don't like it. Yeah. And it becomes kind of a label when you're doing your own thing. Yeah. And it's not my fault that I have to be a strong black woman.
I think people need to understand that.
I need somebody to step up and be that strong black man so that I can just be a woman.
A woman. And I receive that and I believe that. And I wholeheartedly, like you summed it up quite well.
When you say step up, what are you, I'm going to ask you, what are your standards?
What are my standards?
What are your standards as far as stepping up?
I mean, number one for me.
I know what her standards are.
Oh, come on.
Well, he trying to throw you
right?
out.
Oh, come on. I'm up under the bus
I
here.
ain't throwing up under the bus. I'm just saying I know her because I talk to her.
At least you know, tell your homeboys and them.
I mean, like,
you know.
At my age, like, I feel like guys should have the bare necessities for sure. You should have a home, a job, a car.
The basics.
It's the basics that we are really looking for.
That's
everything
lacking.
else is complimentary, but they don't even have the basics. We're at, do you have a home? Do you have a car? A job?
A steady job, a consistent job.
Actually, you remember earlier today we were talking and you were saying the thing about home and renting. I'm like, man, there's probably a lot of dudes though that probably don't have either.
I'm glad you said that.
They living with somebody. They got a roommate, and then with their baby mama, they rent a room somewhere.
Need to not be dating.
They living in a hotel. But I mean, poor people date though. It is what it is.
So they date on your level.
I mean, what's your level though? Because that could be.
I mean, so just to speak to what you were just saying, if you're saying poor men date,
so date a poor woman.
If that's your level.
I mean, I wouldn't even go that hard.
So when we say poor, I wouldn't say necessarily like financial.
Yeah, but just
we're talking mindset.
So if you're living in a hotel, find somebody that's on the third floor. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're saying.
Women can do this.
Hey, that's what you're saying, though. That's pretty much what you're saying.
So
if you're on the first, find somebody that's on the third.
So women are a little different because men are you as a man, you're the provider. You know me, I believe in gender roles. Okay,
I do too.
So as the man, you are the provider. As the woman, I'm supposed to make the house a home and compliment my man.
Absolutely.
And be his backbone as he's my backbone. And so I don't understand why that is looked upon so tough. Like, oh, you want to be independent? Yes, I have to be independent because if I'm not, then I'm going to be living on the street.
Exactly.
Okay. But when I'm with a man and I'm pursuing a man, I want this man to have his gender role as the masculine energy. I don't want to have masculine energy with my man. Like I have to
so
go
let me ask both of y'all.
Taking the trash out is masculine
Carly,
energy. Okay.
I'm gonna ask you first.
I'll tell you that.
Arie, I'm gonna ask you the question also. The same question. I want both of y'all to answer
through,
this.
Arie.
I got you.
What percentage of the family financial load do you want to be responsible for?
Why would you choose violence?
What percentage? To the point where that percentage that you're responsible for is detrimental to the family's well-being. The family will fail.
My family will never fail.
No, we're talking about this percentage.
Down.
What percentage do you want to be responsible for? You need to answer the question the right way.
You go first.
You need to answer the question, goddamn.
The right way. The right way. Answer the question the right way.
Look, he's trying to get us to...
All right. Okay. Al Sharp, the good God. Okay.
What percent? I'm gonna ask you again. What percentage of the family financial load do you want to be responsible for?
Okay, I can answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Me personally, I don't really want to be responsible for any of it.
See, you answered it the right way then.
Because
none. You don't want to be responsible for none of it.
I can explain though.
Let her explain.
Though.
Come on.
Because like
Samuels.
Like she said, I do want the traditional relationship. I do want the gender role where my man is actually providing and making sure that we're good. So it should never be the case that, of course, I'm still going to work. I'm still going to have the money and things like that. And if ever, tables flip and I got to step up and, do that, that's fine. But I feel like as a man, you should be able to support your family, your children, your wife.
Actually, the correct answer to that question is none.
And so I agree with that.
Yeah, the correct answer. The correct answer for that question is none. A woman should not be responsible for the family failing.
Trav, are you taking care of your household with your woman?
Facts. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if she want to chip in, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
if you want to.
So let me say this. Let me say this,
Okay.
though. If I'm struggling to pay all the bills and my
That's
woman is letting me do
That's
that,
different. I'm not gonna
that's
let my,
somebody
I'm not gonna let
I
my
don't
dude.
need
no,
to
that's
be with.
different.
I'm
You
not
know
letting
what
my
I'm
man
saying?
struggle, and I'm not getting
If
ready
I'm working
to.
100 hours a week,
No.
That's a different.
you know.
I'm not gonna have. So let's just make sure that we're
Now,
clear.
if I'm able, then
Right.
you
If
know
my
what
man
I'm
is
saying?
able, and even at a time where, like, for example, I was having this conversation with a really good friend, and he said, you know, so if I wanted to pursue a woman and I have this business, I want my woman to be able to be in this business, and it may be a dirty job for sometimes, but would you be willing to do that? And I'm like, yes.
Absolutely.
If this is my man, my husband, my guy, this is our business together, why wouldn't I go and, you know, let a vendor in?
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to sit in a lap of luxury and just go get my nails and hair done every day. First off, that's boring. Okay? Because, you know, some have had that life to a certain capacity, and it's not fun. Like, not working, not doing anything. It's not fulfilling.
And then what do you do if that guy decides to leave you? Like, you left for nothing. Unless you married and, you know, you get a little somebody.
Well, first off and foremost, I think as women, we need to have limitations on how much we build up a man that's not ours.
Ooh, I like that.
So I have been a light worker, if you will, in relationships and situationships. And I feel like I was doing the Lord's work at this point because there was no ending in terms of the gain that you would want per se, right? Talking a trap.
I know we over here
Anyway,
looking around them,
right? So I think that I went into it wholeheartedly. This person went into it wholeheartedly. I invested in them as they invested in me. What I bring to the table as far as not that necessarily the financial aspect, but the building and the consultative and the business aspect of it and the nurturing aspect of it, they're gonna win. So that's what I was telling this guy. I'm like, if you my man's going to win because I'm going to make sure that my man wins.
But see, you're okay with, so me and Kim have this conversation all the time.
Okay.
Because I'm the person, like, I want to be a backseater. And I want to be like, yep, my man is amazing. Yes, my man is this. Yes, my man did that. High five for my man.
Yeah.
Because I want to be the supporter to my man.
Yes.
Because if my man succeeds,
I succeed.
The
household
Why wouldn't
succeeds.
I want to? Yeah. But a lot of women don't operate under that same way.
I think a lot of women, the perception of having a man that has money or financial well-being, they in turn interpret that as someone that gets to just live in a lap of luxury and not have to do anything and shop all day and just be Sex in the City. And that's great, but realistically speaking, like, I don't want my man, I want to pour into my man. I don't want another woman to find my man and pour into him to where I should be pouring in, but I'm too busy shopping and doing bullshit. You know, so I think that that's where a lot of men, and I know we never talked about this as part of the segment of the show, but I think that is where a lot of marriages fail and relationships fail when this man is pouring so much into his household and his woman, and the woman is just being such a taker.
Right.
That man wants to feel like he's getting poured into as well. Here comes this little boppity boopity boop.
Who's gonna love on him?
Who's gonna love him and kiss and love all over him and feed him and give him all that love that he's not getting. And well, you can't be mad at somebody take your man if you're not pouring into your man. So we pour into our men.
We do.
Okay?
We do.
So man, find me so I can pour into you.
Look.
So, I mean, what you got to say about that, Trav? You thumbs up or thumbs down on it? He's thumbs up, y'all. Okay. So,
something right.
Yeah, so right. So independent women, that is a beautiful phrase. I think of a different decade. I'm a delicate woman that wants to be with a masculine man. And I am strong, and I think I speak for you. We're strong because we have to be strong.
Yes.
Because why wouldn't I be strong for myself? I can't be strong for my man if I can't be strong for myself. Can I get an amen in the back? Amen. Thank you, Kim, because Alicia didn't check all the way out. All right. So, personal. Let's talk about personal.
Okay.
So, we had this conversation. This is kind of how I wanted to close too.
Okay.
So, well, first off, this is actually, I wanted to ask you this. How many kids is too many kids for you to date a man?
Ooh. Don't put me on the spot because it's going to go up and people going to see it.
That's okay. I'm gonna give a number 2 friend.
How many?
Where you're just like, absolutely, I cannot do this.
So me personally, I like to date guys that don't have kids.
And that's fair. And that's okay.
I have kids though, so people, they'll be like, well, how can you have kids and expect somebody to date somebody who doesn't have kids? But my thing is, I don't like the baby mama drama, the relationship. I don't mind the kids. The kids are not the problem. It's the mom.
It's the association.
It's that side of it that's the no for me.
Right. Yeah, baby mama drama. It's unnecessary because I'm such a like flower child. Like I'm like, oh, it's okay. Like those are your kids. Okay, that's fine. Come on, let's
go. The kids are fine.
Let me meet the mom so she knows who her child's around. And it's like Carly and everybody's not getting ready to love all that. Like no. So my limit is like 2. If you have adult children, that's fine.
Okay.
But like my limit's 2, and I met somebody, and I didn't know, but he had 6.
6.
And I said, you have a football team.
6.
Yeah. And so that was different. And so I didn't want to make this person feel bad about their children. So I just said, oh wow, okay, well my limit's 2, because I can be a super plus mom, but I can't do it to 6. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like that's a lot.
And I would never say I wouldn't date somebody with kids, like, cause I could meet the perfect.
You can
man.
meet your forever person.
Yeah, and he has kids, and I would, still be all in and love him and the kids.
And I can meet somebody that has 3, and I can be all in too. But I will tell you, like, I think that men have to understand you are not the pick of the litter if you have like a bunch of kids. You're not. I don't care how much money you have. If you have young kids, you are not the pick of the litter. And that's me saying it. I said it. You're not the pick of the litter if you have several kids by several different baby moms.
Right.
And you're not a multimillionaire. Yeah. Sorry.
And it's not even so much about the money part for me. I'm a brat. So, like, I want to be number 1. Because my man will be number 1 to me. So I want to be number 1 to you. And I can't expect you to put me over little
Ray
and little
Tay
and they mama, because when the mom calls, you're gonna have to go over there. You're gonna have to go see about your kid, and I'm slightly a brat.
Right, I can understand that. I think for me, I just I can respect that though. I think that people should respect people's boundaries though. I think those are your boundaries, and so you're willing to bend, but I'm sure for the right situation.
For the right guy, for sure.
So guys often say to you,
oh yeah, we talked about this.
So guys often say to you, I can tell that you've had your father in your life. What type of energy, endorphins do you give out, or for men to say that?
It was kind of confusing when the first guy told me. I had multiple guys say this.
Yeah.
They asked me like, hey, what's your relationship like with your dad? And it's not a funny question to ask, because I've asked guys, what's your relationship like with your mom?
Yeah.
So I've had guys ask it, and I'll be like,
that.
I can tell. And I'm like, how did you know? And they were like, how you carry yourself, your expectations of men. And I say all the time that my dad, I'm a spoiled brat, and it's partially his fault. My parents spoiled me. But it was always the case. If I called my dad, he came. If I needed something, my dad, and still to this day, if I call him right now, he's going to answer. Yeah. And I'm in Atlanta. So he still will be like, all right, well, I can't help you, but let me figure out something. So those are expectations that I carry. And I don't know if that's healthy or not.
I think that's very healthy, because you have the foundation as to how a man caters and handles a woman.
Exactly.
Even his daughter.
Exactly.
I'm sure that if your mom was like, hey, I need you, or I need you, he would be there.
Yep.
So, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I absolutely love that, because I had my dad. My parents have been married for 41 years.
So you understand.
So I totally understand. And I'm a daddy's girl.
Okay.
My mom is like my best friend. I talk to her all the time. But my dad, he's like, oh, hey, baby. Like, he baby sweets and he loves on me.
Yeah.
And I love that. And so for men, I enjoy and I appreciate being loved on and taken care of.
Exactly.
Emotionally and financially and physically and all those things.
Yeah.
But I think but it's for the right person.
It is. And it's also, it shows you, like, I feel like I have a good example of what a man,
what it looks like.
Yeah, to actually have, like, my dad's not in the streets, or he's not, like, scamming or drug dealing. I don't know what he did before me, but as far as I know of him, I don't know of him doing anything of that sort, but being there, taking me to school, or being there doing those type of things. So when I go to a man and I call him and he doesn't answer, I'm quick to block you, because how are you not going to answer my call? What if I needed you?
Right. What if I was on the side of the road?
And that's the crazy part. My dad told me before. He was like, why are you calling me if you have a man? But if I call my man and my man doesn't help me, I'm calling my dad.
Oh, this is interesting, girl. You just opened up something. How do you feel about a man asking you for money?
Oh, no.
If you're dating someone and they say, hey, can I get, $500?
Oh, I don't think I've ever had a guy ask me for money. I think I've like volunteered, like, hey, like, maybe like a 20 or something on some simple stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever had a guy ask me for money. And
Would you be turned off? If a dude asked you for $200, like, hey, you think I can hold?
Oh, you can't even finish the sentence.
No, if you're a dude.
Okay, this like my man, like
it's my dude.
My whole, like, we're in a relationship.
Exactly. If
and maybe his card is jammed up.
Okay.
Then that's different.
No, maybe he ain't got it. Let's say he ain't got it.
My guy's
right
gonna
now,
have
he just
200.
ain't got
I'm
it.
sorry.
Let's just say he ain't. There's something happened and he ain't got it. It's your man. He ain't got $200.
If it's my dude,
I need a little more. Yeah, we need more details in this scenario.
You don't got it, as in you don't have no money.
He ain't got $200. He need $200. Something happened. He need $200.
All right.
Like okay,
this
like
your man.
You gonna cash app it or Zelle it back to me right then?
He could. I mean, give it back to you, but no. Really,
if this is my dude,
that's your dude.
If this is my dude, first off, my dude is not gonna be in a jam like that. But if if my dude is calling me and he's like, I need 200, I'm gonna be like, all right, where we gonna send it? Because if I'm dealing with a man, I already know enough about him to know
you're gonna give it back to me, or it might not even be a conversation about giving it back. It's just.
Well, I know he's already taken care of me.
What if that's your dude, right?
If that's my dude, I'm gonna give it to him.
Something happens, he always been all right financially. You don't know what's going on with him for real.
And I know that he takes care of me.
But now he needs $200.
It's not a problem.
It's a difference between that and
he
doesn't have a job or he just wastes his money and then wants to come asking. Then it's a no.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just a no at that point. But
yeah, if it's a guy that I'm talking to and I'm liking and he's liking me and we're trying to get to know each other, he asks me for anything, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, I'm not asking you for anything. So don't that's giving me a little opportunity. It's a little scary. You have to understand the dating climate. There are opportunities out there, and there are a lot of women that are willing to give you guys stuff.
We're just not them.
And not at all. And we speak for each other on that. And Kimmy in the back. And Alicia.
But you will help your man if he needs some help.
If it was our man.
You said, oh, yeah, absolutely. She like, I don't know. She's still like, if it's my man, I don't know.
If he already going to be a dude.
I mean, I need more details before I can, confirm and say yes. Because is it he needs to get the money.
He need to pay the light bill. Light bill $200. He ain't got it right now. He'll have it in 2 days.
No, well, what's up?
Okay.
Get the money.
Yes. Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm gonna give it to him because awesome my man, historically, historically, my men have taken care of me.
Right.
So I know if my guy is calling me and he's saying, I need $200.
He must really need it.
I'm gonna tell him I don't know what it is, and if he's always got it and he's calling me, say less.
Yeah.
If we're going out to eat and he's taking me out, he's buying me stuff, this is my guy, he's taking care of shit, and all of a sudden he calls me and says, give me 200, say less.
I just recently went on a date, and the person went to pay the thing, and they were like, something's going on with your card.
Not a date, baby. You better come up with it.
Well, no, wait. Listen to what happened, though. Wait, it wasn't. And I know this person. I know this person.
Okay.
And so what it was is he had just got a new card. And so he hadn't activated the card.
Don't play games with me on the date.
So it was the funniest thing ever. So then I had my card, but I swiped too much, then my strip is off. So my card didn't work either. So
y'all was getting ready to wash dishes.
No, I had to pull out my credit card and give it to him. He was like, I'm sending it to you right now. He was already panicked, oh God, no, I'm about to send it to you right now.
And I'm fine with that.
And I was like, no, it's fine. I knew it legit was not
And I know what you mean, because I've been in situations where it was like, oh my God. And I was in a situation. So let me tell you guys a quick story. So one of my friends used to own this really cool place. It was called Pazuka. It's a new one that's coming out. It's called Pazuka North, which, hey, Beatrice and all y'all, whatever. So they're opening up a new one, but for some reason, my card gets flagged. Our cards get flagged in lounges, okay? Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of fraud.
Okay.
So I would swipe my card and my card declined, and it was like $200 and something because I took some of me and my friends. We were out. I was like, I got it tonight. I was so embarrassed because my friend, which his friend was, the owner's friend was there with me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I know we just met and we've been talking.
You're like, hold on, wait,
but
wait.
my card just declined. I will cash app you this money right now. And he looked at me like, are you like, all right, I'll do it. This is our boys spot, but like, are you really getting ready to give me this money? Like, did I just pay $230 for y'all?
Right.
And I said, listen, I promise you, this is so innocent. Like, I need to send this to you.
I mean, that stuff happens.
It does. And I was like, look,
that's exactly
here's the cash app. I sent it. Did you get it? And he's like, yeah, I got it. And I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But it happened.
I got a question.
Yes.
Do you want your guy to talk to you about when he, if he comes to like a point where he's in a financial bind?
Yes. Don't spring nothing up on me. Don't spring anything up on me. Like,
right now, all of a sudden, you ain't seeing him. He going to do this. He going to do that. He's sneaking around.
Communication.
You might think he cheating, but he really trying to come up with some money because
let me tell you something.
He knows his woman expects him to be here, but now he done failed to hear.
Communication. I need him to understand that I'm a woman. I'm not a materialistic woman. I'm a foundation woman. I need to make sure that you got it. And if you don't, we need to have that conversation the minute you don't.
And you're going to leave him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he ain't got it now. Okay, cool. You ain't got $200.
Well, it's not even a leave him, but again, we need more details. You're giving these broad scenarios.
You giving me the, oh, nigga, you ain't got 200. $200.
Well, see, the only reason I say that, though, is because guys will play you. Like, it is they will play you. There are some guys out here.
It also depends on how long he's been my dude. But if you're my dude, and I don't jump into relationships quick.
Yeah.
So I've already done my super vet process. My friends didn't vet your ass. Like, I didn't vet you. Like,
we done reference check.
I reference check, all of that.
All that.
And
credit
so
check.
If you are my dude, I already know. Like, you've shown me that you've earned the spot to be my man, as I've earned the spot to be your woman.
And it takes a lot for that guy, like I said, to come to you and say, hey, baby, I ain't got it, or can you help me, or whatever that is. So that's a soft spot right there. It
actually does. Look, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Oh, you just gonna ghost the bitch.
I ain't gonna
he gonna ghost his real woman.
I'm not gonna ghost my woman, but I'm gonna figure the shit out. I'm gonna try my best to figure it out before she finds out.
I need my dude to let me know so I can speak prayer and life into him. And whatever it is that you're doing, I need to make sure that I'm speaking life into my man.
No, so that he comes to the point where I need to be like, babe, I don't know, the light might get cut off.
No, you fucking better not.
He might just need a little encouragement and help, because sometimes guys sometimes are not the brightest. And so
that's a lie.
Not the brightest.
No.
And it might just be something simple like, hey, babe, like, why didn't you budget this way, or why didn't you do
I would be so upset if I was in a committed relationship with someone that I felt like that was my forever person, and he did not tell me that we were in financial ruins.
Okay, so
y'all about to be on the street.
We're done.
Since you mentioned budget, I mean, how do you feel about a guy using coupons or Groupon or something like that on dates? You fine with that? Because a lot of women, you see her face, she's like, I don't know about that.
Listen, I don't need this judgment, okay?
Like,
look,
y'all saw that.
Everything is
like,
on.
I don't know about that.
Groupon got everything. I use Groupon. Groupon got everything under the sun you could think of.
I don't care.
Nigga using a coupon on the back of the Kroger receipt for the Mexican restaurant.
Hey,
I don't care.
That's fine.
I'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care. Are we able to get the same meal?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, if he's one of the, like, let me tell you something. As long as we are living good and we are happy, and
however you work that out.
Whichever, baby, if we doing a Groupon tonight, that's fine. But if we doing chops the next night, and then we going on a budget
What is that? What is chops? See,
that's
chopping
bar.
Way. That's just expensive.
So if it's a lot, if we're going to
it sounds like they chopping your pockets. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like.
If we are going. Oh, you gotta do a sound bite for that one. That was funny. Boom, boom.
Said
so if we're going to a lobster bar, like, and then the next day we're like, babe, let's do this coupon. I got this lot. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I'm drunk in love, okay? Yeah. Like, we're good. As long as he's not lying to me, as long as I understand that we are not in a poor place, I'm fine with that. If he's like, babe, I like to valet. I want us to be safe, and I want us to valet. If it's $15 for the valet, it is what it is.
Pay for convenience.
Let's work it into the budget. But I haven't had those type of. Yeah. Right. Be careful with that. Here.
Oh, I already know. I already know.
So, I mean, I just feel like communication is the
Yes,
key.
definitely.
Communication is the key. So I'm so happy that you joined me
Yes.
tonight and you
We
came
had fun.
all the way from Detroit. Okay, that
Yes.
is wonderful. So tell me this, did you enjoy your mocktail?
Yes.
Okay, so we had mocktails tonight, guys. I had a cocktail, okay, if you haven't noticed.
But I
And
don't drink.
right, my voice is like, goodbye, we're done. But where can these people find you on your social platform?
All of my social medias are at Peace Love.
That's it.
That's it. It's
That's
really
very simple. I love that.
I did it on purpose. All my pictures are the same. All my handles are the same.
I love that.
Easy to find me.
She's very simplistic, like an angel.
Yeah.
I told her she was an angel tonight, y'all. So I am Carly, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Let's Talk Over Cocktails with Carly is the show on YouTube. Let's Talk Over Cocktails on Instagram, and my personal Instagram is Cocktails with Carly _. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are interested in podcasting, my voice is definitely done for the night and the next 2 days. But if you guys are interested in podcasting, you love the way it looks, all that fun stuff, definitely reach out to Trav in the back at the Creator. Is it Creator Made? I'm sorry, it's the
At the cool one. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy
What is
Trav. At the cool one.
That's
my
not even
personal.
close to what you were
You know
saying.
what I'm saying? Yeah. She talking about the business profile, but just reach
Look,
out to
it's
your
right
boy
here.
at
It's
the
right
cool
here.
one.
It's right
It's gonna be
here.
right there at the bottom. You know, Aire, you need to follow me back. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I didn't know you were following me. A girl can travel unfollow politely.
In person now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm gonna unfollow your ass.
No,
You
No.
follow me back.
no. I'll follow you back.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, y'all heard that? She gonna follow me back.
All
I
right.
will.
It's
I will.
official.
Mhm.
It's Honey Heaves has been known.
Don't say it's official because I'm gonna take that too far.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All right. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for Trav in the back, Alicia, and of course Kimmy in the back. Hey, Kimmy, because I can do it all night. All right. We will see you guys later. Let us know what you guys think about this episode. Love you. Thank you so much. Bye.